out doing a starter on a 2002 Honda CRV. I've seen a few videos on this, but I replaced the starter. I'm going to try to get what I can. But this is a 17, this is a 14, this is a 12. There's a nut under here. There's a 12 millimeter nut. And then this pulls off like that. But pulls off like that, and then you get the new wire on there. I actually tested this starter because the auto parts store said the other starter was good, but it didn't sound good at all. And then there's a wire here that you gotta plug. It's right, oh, where are you at? Right there. But I will try to get you what I can of it. These two coolant hoses here are the hardest thing I've done to take this off. I'm gonna actually try to get as much video as I can. I'm putting this back together, well, pieces of it, because I'm myself, and it's kind of hard for me to do this by my video and do this by myself. I do this off my phone. But I will get back with you as soon as I start getting things back on. We got the starter on, and now we're gonna, we got the battery out of place and stuff. Now we're gonna take the intake, and we're gonna slide it in here. And it's a little bit of a brat, but it'll get in there. A lot of people say these are real hard to do, and they're not. But I will try to get with you here in a second. Like I said, there is, with a little persuasion, you can get the intake in here. Probably be easier to pull this hose off, but I didn't want to drain the coolant out of it. I got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts torqued up. There's a wire that's down here. There's a wire down here that is actually right down here that plugs into here. Right here. And it's a little bit of a brat to get back on, but I got it on. Now we can hook or put this hook this valve back up, hook that hose, tighten that bolt, and then we just go down to putting the throttle body back on. Putting the throttle body and hooking them hoses up, and I'll get back with you. Alright, this is what I've done. I don't want to run videos too long. There's a plug right here. Right down there, you see it right there. I would plug that in before you put this throttle body back in place. The other thing I would do is there's a coolant line right here, and there's a coolant line that goes in here, and I would slide them on. I actually might add that to this, and then get your plugs on there before you tighten this back down, because some of these plugs are a brat to get to. Not hard. I have little hands, so things are a little bit easier for me. But yeah, there's 4 bolts that hold the throttle body back on. We did get this valve on, got it plugged in. Hoses on it. I would probably just take this bolt out right here and leave that attached to the intake, and then you could get it right on. But we got 4 bolts to put in here. 4 bolts to put in here. This is not going to be an in-depth look on to doing this. 4 bolts, and they're 12 millimeter, if I remember right. Like I said, sorry about the noise. I got the torpedo heater running, letting the wood burner cool off, so I can clean it out, or force our wood burner so I can clean it. But I will get back with you when I find these other 2 bolts. There's one right there. But like I said, I would do as much as you can when you have the room on plugging these plugs in and stuff. Because some of them are a little bit of a brat to get to. Not bad, and make sure they snap in. But I will get back with you in a minute. Now we're in the home stretch of doing this, and I've only been working on this for probably 25 minutes or so. This hose goes here. This hose goes there. Make sure it's got a clamp on it. Make sure the clamp goes back on. I'm actually gonna try to do more in-depth videos for my YouTube channel. This plug goes, where's this one go? I think that one goes to the intake. Or the intake hose. Where's the intake hose? Yeah, it goes right there. So that'll be next. This one goes here. This one goes here. Oh, that one. The snapper's broke. I'll actually put a zip tie on that. Hang on a second, let me find a zip tie. Or, nah, I'll do it later. Because I don't want to run this video very long. See, now you got that part done. All your hoses are hooked up. Minus, there's a hose that goes here. There's a hose here. Let's see here. How many hoses go on this? One hose goes on that, so we're looking for a hose. Oh, it's right here. Right here. This hose goes here. Like I said, this is my first time doing a Honda CRV starter. Some people can get in from down below, but this is just as easy. Now we can put the air filter box back on. Air filter box and get all that stuff done. And we'll be able to start this thing within, oh, probably 20 minutes or so. I know it'll start because I've already tested the starter. Because like I said, the auto parts store tester was testing the old starter being good, and definitely wasn't, because it barely, I mean, you could hear a draw on the machine. But I will get back with you in a minute. A lot of these, the 4 bolts that are holding this are 12s. Most of these are 12s, 10s, 17, 14s, few 8s. You see the air cleaner box screws got broke on it. I'm actually probably run some screws in there to hold that down. He probably didn't even know that. And those ain't fresh bricks, those are old bricks. But I will get back with you in a minute, probably when we're getting ready to start it. Something I forgot to say. There's a hood latch right here. Hood latch. take it out of your way, because then you get a little bit more room. Some people leave it on. I found out that it's actually easier to take it off. It's only got 3, I think they're 10mm bolts. I've been working on cars for quite a while, so I know kind of by just looking at a bolt what it is. I did get the air filter box on. I'll show you here in a minute. I did get the air filter box on, I'll show you. But it's got 3 10mm bolts. Got an 8 here. Hose clamp, or a 10. Excuse me. Well, got the hood latch on, and those were 10mm. It's 3 of them. The battery, it was actually a 10, and I could get a socket on them. And got cover here. Cover. I'll make sure everything's plugged in. Maybe we should start it, make sure everything works. Pretty sure it will. Turn off the heater here. Let's see. Will it start? I imagine it will. Start right up. Started right up. Before you'd have to mess with the starter was clicking out, but it wouldn't turn. One more time. Yep, start right up. Now we can put it back together, and it'll be done for this part. I'm actually going to be doing probably maybe a video on it. I don't know. Gotta do a wheel bearing. Those 2 bolts don't need to be real tight because that's plastic, and all it is a plastic cover. I gotta do a right rear wheel bearing in here. This wheel bearing is making a lot of racket. I don't know if I'm gonna video that or not. If I do, it'll come back out in another video. But a lot of people said these starters were a brat. They're not. It took me maybe 30 minutes to put it back together. It didn't take me long at all. If you're patient, you can do things. Do your own things if you're patient. Just be patient with it. Don't get frustrated. If you get frustrated, just go back and relax or whatever. Go inside and relax. Then go back at it, because it's easy. I mean, for me, it's easy. And the kid that actually owns this, I'm actually doing work on some other vehicles of his. A real good friend of mine. It's a neighbor. I'm actually doing work on other vehicles of his. And he don't have patience. And after he started to look, after he sat here and watched me start taking it apart, he was like, man, that's easy. The shop wanted to charge him a lot of money to change it. The starter itself, we bought the starter at O'Reilly's. And through my business account. And it was almost $250. So if your starter ain't going out, I'd probably go online to look for it, and then replace it. If your starter's out already, buy it or you can. Unless you have another vehicle, then order it online. I would have, he would have, but he needs a vehicle, so his other vehicle can come over. But if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Sorry that the video wasn't in-depth look on doing this, but I tried to give you guys a rough end on how to do it. Easy. everything's right on top. You can get to every bolt. Just remember, take your hood latch out. I've seen videos where people didn't take this out. That gives you a little bit more room. Not much, but it will give you a little bit. And every little bit counts. And my next suggestion would be is if you can take this upper radiator hose off, it'll give you a little bit of room too. If not, you can maneuver it in there. It's just a little bit of a bear. But, like I said, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you for watching.